Hariji Munelal Maharaj ki jai. Jai. Hariji, it's an absolute honor and a privilege to see you, to feel your presence and to have you with us. Thank you for gracing our shores with your bhav, bhakti and shakti. Thank you so much. I know this journey is about the Atma. We'll be doing so shortly. Here once again to the Mandir themselves, a big thank you for all that you've done to make this a success, to the wonderful committee that's here, Pundit Satish Maharaj, the Brijanan family, the team that's behind all of this here today. Rabbi is here. There's lots of senior members in this auditorium. We'd like to say namaste, pranams, and if we've forgotten anybody, we'd like to say also apologies right in advance if we do make a mistake. This is a mandir obviously as well, so we want to take all protocols in that space. Before we carry on, before Sarisha ji introduces Pundit ji here today formally, if I can have the opportunity of asking you all to please turn to each other and say something nice. This is the crowd I want as a jury. Something nice, Punditji says. This energy is what's required for tonight.
Smile on your face, that's the aim.
That's the aim,
Yeah.
Ji, that's the aim.
Accomplished.
Once again, pranams. And Sarisha ji, I'll hand over to you if we can do a formal welcome for Punditji and let our devotees know what they're in for tonight.
प्रेम नमस्ते भाइयों बहनों और प्यारी बच्चों, ये बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि आप सब इस शुभ अवसर पर इकट्ठे हुए इस सत्संग के लिए। मेरे मन तन बहुत बहुत खुशी है आज। प्रेम नमस्ते भाइयों बहनों, it is heartwarming to see all of you here this evening sharing this momentous moment with us. At first instance, I want us all to take a moment and just connect with your inner heart space. This is where Param Atma resides. I want you to take this moment to thank this divine spirit, Param Atma, for bringing us to this moment, for bringing Punditji, for bringing all the Punditjis, for bringing the Punditji to bring Punditji here. This is a blessed moment. This is a divine moment. Feel the sacredness of this moment. I want you to take a gentle breath in, breathing in into your heart space. Because what you'll breathe out from this heart will only be loving energy, because this is where Bhagavan resides. As you take in this deep breath and as you release, thank Param Atma for this moment. And as you release with Jai Shri Ram. So take a divine breath in, thanking Param Atma for this moment. Jai Shri Ram. Taking one more beautiful breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And releasing Jai Shri Ram. And one more. Taking a beautiful breath in. And releasing Jai Shri Ram. I am Sarisha Maharaj. And this, my bhaiya, is Rahul Brijnathji. We are very, very pleased this evening to be here with Punditji, who has seen me grow. From 2006, we have had this journey physically. Before that though, we've had this journey from Janam Janam ke saath, or he would not be with us today, all of us. And this is the beauty of our Hindu Sanatan Dharma. We come with Yug Yug, and with that, we come with the DNA frequency of that transmission. And this is how we can all find each other, and it finds us as well. Where Punditji doesn't come from these shores, however, he has come to these shores because he has found his people and we have found him. And this is the beauty of Hinduism, this is the beauty of being a Hindu. I have been recently, like I was saying to Rahulji, to Mahakumbh, and to India, and I'm blessed to travel. But when I went there, this time, I was a very proud Hindu. I am always when I go and see the way people are. But there were 8 million people that day walking towards the Triveni Sangam. They were walking for days. People, whilst I was in a beautiful luxury car, they were walking, taking bicycles, sleeping on roads. And I had garv. I thanked God for making me Hindu. And I thanked him for this blessing, to have that replenished in my heart. And today I share that all with you as well. It is such a divine blessing for us to be here in this way. And I'm very proud to be called a Hindu and to be a Hindu. And in this way we all come together. In good times, in bad times, God doesn't leave us. Today we are all together. It may look like a few, but this frequency that we hold will create other frequencies on this earth. And when we call the divine, he and she only will have to come with a loving nature that we call her and him in. So I thank Panditji for coming, for hearing the calling even, for hearing us, his family that was on the other side of the shores, and then making this journey to us. And we call him lovingly and loud, so he came as well. So thank you as well for that. Thank you to the Sri Ram Mandir for also hosting. Thank you for all the families, and we'll go into that more so, that have hosted Panditji over the time, all the many people that have come together in this loving way. Panditji is, as Rahulji has said, I will give a little parichay because it can go on and on and on. Panditji is very well known overseas, worldwide, and as I said, he has come from that calling that we have sent. So we are very blessed to have him here today. Panditji, from what I remember as well, is not just a motivational speaker from what we know and how we experience him, but for the youth of today, as Rahulji and I were discussing, and he'll elaborate more so on, the reach that he has and the connection that he has in the Hirday. There is a way that Panditji connects with people. There is a way that Panditji is able to reach out, and where people can understand him in that way. Where, sometimes we have the scriptures, Sanskrit. It does not get too much, but because of the world and life, then it feels like too much. But Panditji, the way he communicates it, with his smile on his face, reaches and people understand it with ease. And this is the beauty of it. And Panditji will elaborate more so on this, and you of course will experience, and I'm sure all of you have already experienced him, and therefore you are out this evening to come and see Panditji. Panditji at a very early age of 12 embarked on this path, and of course he could have been from before, but he chose it physically to walk on this path as a Pundit. And after completing his academic studies, his desire led him to India, Mumbai, at the Chinmaya Institute, where he studied Hindu philosophy, Sanskrit, Vedic chanting, and many Hindu texts. Panditji inspires thousands, like I've said, worldwide, and inspires everybody seated in this room today. As I've mentioned, his style, his light that shines through, emanates, and God himself sends people like this through that frequency. Everybody sitting in this room holds God. You come from your parents, but you are birthed from God only. So we all are from the divine. And in that way, if you see yourself and you see the next person, then you will be much kinder. And Panditji emanates this, but he also propagates it and makes sure you leave with that message. Panditji has traveled throughout most of the states and islands of Caribbean, as well as Canada, together with his wife, who I've had the pleasure to meet, Navita ji. They have published 3 Hindu books to daily worship, and Other Death and Soul's Journey, which is widely used in most homes for guidance when death occurs within a family. Actually, Panditji doesn't know this, but I have the blue book at home where all the mantras are. I have it, and I'll send you a picture if you come home to Johannesburg. I use that every day, and I've used it for years, and it's such a beautiful guide. It has the narration, and it has the essence. Many of us even saying the Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, not going to test you. But people don't even know what they're saying. When you don't know what you're saying, yes, the frequency is there, but when you know what you're saying, it comes from the heart space. And that's even better. Panditji has these books. I'm not sure if he has them available at this point in time in South Africa, but I'm sure he can make that available if he doesn't have it for sale. I know there are CDs for sale, but that is one gem of a book that I have and really, really benefit from, that I would even recommend. So as I said, I met Navita ji. I haven't met his 2 beautiful daughters as yet, and perhaps I'll come through and visit them on that side of the world. But he has 2 beautiful, talented daughters as well, who I've had the pleasure on Facebook to watch. So you guys can also catch him on Facebook Live. He also is on the radio stations on every Saturday in his hometown. and he goes on quite frequently on the Facebook live as well. I'm going to hand over to Rahul ji. I know my voice is beautiful and not a nectar, but I'm going to hand to him now just to make you feel good, you know.
Kya baat hai. Thank you. Big round of applause for Sunny Chetty. Thank you so much.
Hand over, sorry, thank you. You can cap it in for me shortly. Sorry for interrupting that. But before I hand over to Rahul ji, and I know he's going to give my parichay, so I'm going to just say a little bit about my brother. I know we get biased when we do this, but it also comes in this physical form where you see the masculine and the feminine, but dynamites do come in small packages, you know.
Takes us to carry this.
So Rahul ji is very well known in South Africa and in Durban. He's a very well known actor. And I'm very proud of him. He's grown up with me. We've grown up together. We went to many camps at Vishwa Shakti. And who knew one day we'd be standing side by side next to each other, propagating Hindu Dharma, which we are so passionate about. And because of that is who we are. If you don't have an identity, you don't have anything in this world. And that's what I believe. So I'm very blessed to be sharing this space with you, Rahul ji. Please go on if you haven't watched his movies, and he's also a great comedian, by the way. I don't know if you propagate that, but you'll hear his jokes. And he's very well known in the local and outside community. He's done overseas films as well, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
And he has an applause events company as well.
छोड़ दे यार, छोड़ दे अरे इतना लोगो dialogue क्या बात है? How are you guys? Jai Shri Ram. Thank you, Pundit. She makes me get goosebumps now. Thank you so much. I think the one thing I'm very proud of is that I've been a Swayam Sevak ever since I was a kid. And that's when we met. When I was 12 years old, I said to myself, this is what I want to protect, and I will always want to protect it no matter what. And thank you for doing the same. You wouldn't be here if you're not protectors of Dharma. You are what Ram and Krishna and everyone's proud of. Once again, I don't want to take up too much of time. I think it's time for us to enjoy the nectar of Punditji. Sit back, relax, go live, right? Out your phones, go live, WhatsApp message, tell everybody where you are. I want to see the phones moving. Kari, phone's not moving, take it out.
And as you said,
put it on silent though now.
Tag.
Put it on silent, take it out, tag people, tell people where you are. I'm in this exciting place, it's really fun, it's all happening, you should be here. That's what you do. That's what they do. Where are you guys? I'm here. Ladies and gentlemen, shuru karte. Jai Shri Ram Punditji, once again, a very warm welcome to you, and I've got goosebumps just by you being here. We've got the Shri Ram Mandir who will be giving us a little indication of who they are and what they are. But as soon as Punditji kicks off, they're going to come through a little later and tell us a bit about what the Mandir is. So please, let's put our hands together for Punditji here today. And Jor se bolo Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram, Punditji.
Ganeshaya Gam Ganapate Namo Namaha Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namaha Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Raghupati Raghava Raja Rama Let us all clap together, everyone. Raghupati Raghava Raja Rama Patit Pavane Sita Rama Patit Pavane Sita Rama Jai Siya Ram Jai Siya Ram Jai Jai Gopal Jai Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Tera Dharaman Hari Govind Jai Tera Dharaman Hari Govind Jai We sing the Govind These words are very simple for Lord Shiva. Shiva bum 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 bhola bajao damburu. Oh Shiva bum 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 bhola bajao damburu, bajao damburu. काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाचो के नाथ, काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाचो के नाथ। शिवा बम बम बम, ओ शिवा बम बम बम, ओ शिवा बम 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 भोला बजावे डमरू। ओम शिवाय ओम शिवाय, शंभो शंकर ओम शिवाय, हरे शंभो शंकर ओम शिवाय। Now let us clap louder, friends. Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Hari Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Shivaya, 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 Namah Shivaya, Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Oh, Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Hey ho! Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, 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 Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Everyone, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. As we close our eyes, friends, and feel the presence of divinity in our hearts, that what makes us a human being is because of the divine in our hearts. And as you close your eyes, feel that you're lifting. And who is lifting? Not the body, really. It is the Atma that is lifting. And what makes you feel, what makes you experience as the experiencer? The Sachidananda is none other than the Atma, the soul, the Jiva. And the Jiva wants to touch base with the Lord. That's why satsang is important. For those of us who come to satsang, then Sat, truth, Sachidananda is going to take place. Truth is going to be known by the mind and the intellect. And that's the reason why Tulsidas Ji says, those who regularly come to satsang will be able to know the difference between the truths and the untruths. You will know the difference between attachment and detachment, vairagya. Those who come to satsang, friends, it will cleanse the mind. Just as you need the detergent to clean the dishes and the clothes, you need the detergent of bhakti to clean the mind, friends. Soap cannot clean the mind. That liquid detergent cannot clean the mind. What can clean the mind, everyone? Satsang. And Tulsidas Ji says, Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Ram, Siya Ram. Now everyone, go! Ram, Siya Ram, oh, Ram, Siya Ram. Satsang vivek n hoi, Ram kripa binu sulabh soi. Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Siya Ram. Dear friends, Tulsidas Ji also said, if we want to meet the Lord, what we must do? Anybody? Sing, come to the mandir, but what we must do, my dear friends? See God in everyone. Can we see God in everyone? Yes or no? Then turn to the person and say, Jai Shri Ram. Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. सब जग जानी करम प्रणाम जोरी जुग पाई। सिया राम जय जय राम, 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 सिया राम जय जय। Continuously, सिया राम जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, सिया राम जय जय राम, सिया राम जय जय राम, सीता राम, सिया राम जय राम, सीता राम, सिया राम बोल राम, सीता राम बोल राम, सीता राम जय जय राम, Siya Ram jai jai Ram, Siya Ram jai jai Ram, Siya Ram jai jai Ram, Siya Ram jai jai Ram. Om Gananam Ganapati Vam Bhavamani Kavim Kavinam Upavastram Astamam Jeshtarajam Brahmana Brahmanaspati Anusrinvannoti Viseda Sadhanam. To you, O Lord Ganesh Ji. Thank you, dear Lord, for all of us coming together on this first day of my trip. Ganesh Ji, you are the one who liberates and frees us from all bondage. He has the axe, friends. What do you think the axe symbolizes, anybody? To cut. Or the axe is a symbol of anybody? The axe symbolizes to cut your... Last time I asked the question, one fellow said, what did you to cut with goat throat? I said, not that. Definitely that. It is to cut the attachment that sometimes we attach and we identify with the wrong things in life. And satsang, Bhagwan Ganesh Ji pulls us. That's the reason why he has a rope to pull us back from drowning in this world of Maya. And what is Maya? What tends to be real, what is not real. Like the mirage water. You're going the highway and you see the mirage water and you slow down, but then you realize it is not real, friends. In the morning you're walking and you see something hanging and then you also hang up for the day. You think it is a snake. But what really it is a hanging vine. It appears to be a snake. And so Ganesh Ji cuts that Maya of attachment. And when Lord Shiva was attached to Parvati, Sati, he was so attached he became a yogi. He grew his hair like a Rastafari in Jamaica. He was a Jamaican. So, my dear friends, Shivji is attached to his wife's physical body that is dead. And Vishnu Bhagwan took the Sudarshan Chakra and cut the body into 54 beats and fell into different parts of India. If you are Bhakta of Mother Devi, the role of devotees of Mother, they go and they visit all the peaks in India. You can Google it and find all of them. I was only managed to go to 3 out of the 54. But I have a long way. It means I have to go to Bharat Desh more, like Salisha Ji. My dear friends, brothers and sisters, let us try to cut sometimes the attachment. Let us be logical. Do you know what you are attached to? Is the things you most love, right? Think about it. Isn't it the things that you love you're most attached to? And what are the things that make you miserable sometimes? The things that you really love. Now, I'm not saying, Pundit Ji, I love my wife, what I should do. I'm going to get in trouble. No, I'm not saying that. But a friends, a wife and a husband should go part and part to the spiritual journey. And that's the reason why you have a wife and a Wi-Fi. You have 2 things. You have a bonus. Therefore, you have your loved ones and your husband and wife sit together when you come to satsang, pray together. When you come to satsang, sometimes we see only females in the West, but not here. I'm seeing a lot of males. God bless you, males. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, which is a good sign. So one day the fellow, he went to satsang, and when he came back, he took his wife up to his shoulder and began to dance. Chal, 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 mere sati, oh mere. Very well. I think I'll have to come back into a Bollywood session. So she asked him, Hare, Guruji spoke about Kabhi kabhi mere dil mein khayal aata hai. He said, no. He said, Guruji did say something, and what he said go home and take up your troubles in your back and dance with it. So he was doing that. Friends, devotion is not trouble, it is love. So as a family, husband and wives, you pray together, you elevate each other, because time is going to come where you're going to lose the attraction for the body. But the attraction to the soul will always be strong. When you're married to a person, my young friends, brothers and sisters, you're not married only to the body, you're married to the soul of attraction. And therefore, we become attached. But as you grow older, be attached to the soul, not the body. Because if all of us, we didn't get old and cold and bold, how we will unfold? You know? If we were not getting older, we will still be running after? Huh? Sometimes I'm afraid to ask questions. All different answers here. We'll still be running after the gold. You know, we'll still be running behind the physical body. So the Lord says, hey, get old. So, you'll attach to the God that resides inside here. Where is God? Bhagwan kahan hai? Andar mein. And the Lord, the form of the Lord is your call, your Jivatma. And that Jivatma is the size of your? How you know? Yes, it is the size of your thumb. Physical eyes cannot see it. But when you die, where the soul leaves from? Garud Puran says it leaves from different parts of the body. Through the eyes, through the different, the ears, the nose, the mouth. Have you ever seen somebody's eyes open? Plenty, no? They want to still see you. Right? They want to see. Right? But listen, the Garud Puran says, brothers and sisters, if such a person was unrighteous, they never give charity. When we had satsang, they're rocking in hammock home. And they're also singing chal no chal to Isha, to God. They send their wife and said, wife, you pray for me. Can anybody pray for you? Yeah, we could pray for others. But the reality of life, we can only pray for ourselves. Because each person is in your individual journey, soul's journey. And that is called the Atma Yatra, the journey of the soul. For people who speak lies all the time, for those who do not, you have 8 hours job and you go for 2 hours. Then you are going to come back as a slave. Do you know slavery is more now than in history of our tradition of our world? Why do somebody comes back as a slave? Because they say, Panditji, do you know I have a nice job? I said, wow, kya baat hai? Panditji, I go in the office. How much time? Oh, I was supposed to work for 8 hours, but I just go for 2 hours and come back. Do you think that's a good thing? Yes or no? It's not. Because you're paid for something that you did not work for. And if you collect some sort of finance or cash for something that you did not work for, it becomes a karma bondage. It becomes a bondage. And we're here not to create bondage, my dear friends. We're here to create a bond with the Lord, not bondage. When you perform karma for yourself, that is just karma. But when you do karma yoga, it is for the Lord. Do you know there's a difference between karma and karma yoga? Karma is when you work for yourself. But karma yoga is when you work and you give others. When you give charity to others. Like the Bridgeton family and all our kind sponsors. Please give them a round of applause, my dear friends. Thank you. Our dear Pramila ji, when I was here last year, she was the epitome of giving. Babuji, Akash, and all of them, they always give so much. And I know you give as well. Today, we give you our heart, O Lord. Please allow us to cherish that moment with you. And today, ceremony, we remember the Bridgeton and the family. This family, we ask Ganesh ji to guide the children and the grandchildren. May they always be happy. Hey Ganesh ji, we give pranam to you. Please allow our journey in the world and the world after to be a divine, successful one. Ganesh ji symbolizes success. जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय गणपति विघ्न विनाशनहारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशनहारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशनहारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशनहारे जय जय गणपति मणि मणि मुकुट नयन रत्नारे लक्ष्मण माला गले विजय सोते लक्ष्मण माला गले विजय सोते चंद्रकार गणपति वीर नविनाश Let us all sing together. Jai Jai Ganpati, Jai Ganpati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganpati, Jai. Oh Jai Jai Ganpati, Jai Ganpati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganpati, Jai. Muriya re, Papa Muriya re. 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 Muriya re, Papa Muriya, Papa Muriya re, Papa Muriya re, Papa Muriya re, Papa Muriya Muriya re. Bolo Shri Ganesh Bhagavan ki. May Ganesh ji bless you with success, my dear friends. Have you ever seen the laddu in his hands? And the word is not laddu, it's something different. Laddu, very small O. Because too many times they say, Baba, do you want laddu? I said, Nahi. What is laddu? We have to correct these things, no? And whenever we say Shanti, the word is Om Shanti, Shanti. Then the Visarga, Om, the last one, Shanti, the Visarga. No? Sometimes we hear Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. No, only Hi in one more, the last one. No, simple thing. When you say Ganesh ji, never say Ganesh Aye. That's a wrong tense, no? The word is Ganesh Aya. All males, male gender, Ramaya, Krishnaya, Govindaya. But when it comes to Devi, Om Durgaye Namah, Saraswatyaye Namah, Chandikaye Namah, Sitaye Namah. Not Sitaya Namah. Are they Sita boy come down? No, not like that. No? The tense have to be correct. So all these small things you learn little bit by little bit. Bolo Shri Ganesh Bhagavan ki. May you and your children always be successful, O Lord Prabhu. Please guide us, Prabhuji. And today, I want you to open your hands like this. And let us pray to the Pitras and ask them for the blessings. Pitras. Who are the Pitras? I will explain to you soon. And every session, right? Everybody open your hands and say after me, Panditji, I am going to come to all your sessions. Yes, So you made that promise to Ganesh ji, right? So I will explain to you what is the pitras. What do you go through when you die? Pundit day I didn't die, is that how I would know? So I will tell you what you go through when you die. When you know how to live, you will know how to die. And if you know how to die, you will know how to live. Vice versa. Brothers and sisters, today we pray to the Pitras as you really open your hands. No more promises, only to them. And let us pray, O Lord, our parents who may not be here. I think of you, probably a brother or sister who may not be here. Our Ajis, Ajas, Nanis, Nanas. We are connected to Prapita, Vridha Pita, Prapita, Pravridha Mata Pita. All our grandparents become our Pitras. Everyone, please listen carefully. Our grandparents are called Pitras. Our parents, they are our Pitras. Pitras are our loved ones who have gone to the far beyond. Every one of you may have someone you may have lost, your grandparents or somebody who you were close to. Today we ask you, Pitras, to bless this community, to bless South Africa, to bless Durban, and to bless all the devotees who have come here. Oh Pitras, your blessings are even greater than the Devatas. I repeat this. Your blessings are even greater than the Devatas. Hey Pitras, Darishana Dedona. Hey Krishna ji, please bless our ancestors. Today we give you our love, our Pitras, or the food of our love. We give you gratitude. We give you that promise to fulfill the roles that you all have left for us. Hey Pitras, may we always live up to your tradition that you have all left for us. Oh Pitras, please bless us now and always. Let us pray to all our Pitras. Om Anadhinidana Deva Shankachakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundari Taksha Sarva Pitraye Namo Namaha Sarva Pitraya Pitrebhyo Sarva Pitrayebhyo Namo Namaha. Can you chant this to Lord Vishnu, who is responsible for their well-being where they are, all together? Om Shantakaram, everyone. Bhujayeshanam Padmanabham Sudesham Vishwadharam Garanasadrisham Meghavarnam Subhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalenam Yogi Virthal Gamyam Vande Vishnu Bhave Harinam Sarvaloke Iknatham Sarvaloke Iknatham. Bolo Vishnu Bhagwan ki Jai. My dear friends, I would like each one of you to think of your mother or father or someone that you really miss. And you know what? They are here tonight. The Pitras are here tonight. There is a law in spirituality. When you call upon these energies, they come right there. They are so important that in your wedding ceremony, there is something called Nandimuk Samskar that all of us sometimes we forget to do when our children are getting married. And when our children get married and the wedding cake lasts more than the wedding, the question is, did you perform the Nandimuk to remember our ancestors? But we give so much attention to the ceremony, and especially that which we call, what do you call the dancing time? The reception. When Baba comes for the day of the wedding, he has to spread his own bag to sit down. And when you have reception, oh gosh, you have to pay somebody to make it neat. Just as you pay attention to the reception, pay attention to that, rituals and rites. All those of you, your first knowledge tonight, please do not forget the pitras when your child is getting married, your daughter or son. Make sure the Wednesday or the Tuesday before you perform Pitri Puja, which we call Nandimuk Puja. Do you receive that this evening? Yes or no? Yes. Always, never forget your Pitri. For the day of the wedding ceremony, the Pundit halts a little bit and they pray to the ancestors. That's how important they are. The Pitris are important, friends. For Pitra Paksh, in the Hindu tradition, is the only time that is allotted 15 days, the most amount of the time dedicated to the Pitris, because they come for some water, they come for some food. We know dead horse no eat. We know dead horse do not eat food, but energy does not die. They are energy, my dear friends. The first thing we learn in physics, energy, you cannot destroy energy. You cannot destroy the Atmas that is inside of you. And today we pay honor to our ancestors called the Pitris and the Matris. They come and they bless us. Now I'm going to tell you a secret. Don't tell anybody. What is that secret? The secret is, my dear friends, those of us, I'm talking to male and female, men, women and child. Anyone who does not perform Pitra Puja or Pitra Paksh, even one day during the Pitra Paksh, in your next life, Pandit Satish Ji is here, Pandit Ji, who had worked so hard for bringing me here. Please give him a round of applause. Pandit Ji, bless you. Thank you so much for your contribution here in Durban. Everyone speaks so much highly about you. Sri Ram Maharaj, who is responsible for so many of these structures here. Please give Ramji Maharaj a round of applause, my dear friends. The Pandit Munelal Committee, Sunny Ji, and all those of you who are always here, please give them a round of applause. Brothers and sisters, here it is very important. What's the secret I'm going to tell you? Those of you who do not remember your Pitris during the Pitra Paksh, there is a possibility in your next life, or this life, there is something called Pitra Dosh. You probably heard about it. What is Pitra Dosh? Do you know you work and you can't save the money? Panditji, my pocket have a hole. No, pocket no have hole. Is that you spend and you do not save. Panditji, can you make a tabij so I can save money? I said, yes. I give you a paper, put some sindoor and open it next week. And it writes, spend less and save more. See, simplicity. Hinduism is common sense, it's logical. We put things to it. And we say, Panditji, make a tabij. Your tabij is your faith. Is your faith. Where is your faith? For those of you who may have Pitra Dosh, you may not have children as yet. If you start honoring the Pitras, children will come. Some of us cannot save money. We cannot just grow. We are down there for the last umpteen years and we are making ourselves all the way under. We have to come up. Pitras are important to all the friends. The Pitra Paksh gives us the opportunity, my friends. Those of us who have Pitra Dosh, you can contact your Pandit and he will tell you during the Pitra Paksh, if you can take 3 days and offer Tilanjal. And when you're offering the Tilanjal, make sure it comes through your tongue like this. Everybody, like this? And take up the water to the south. It has to be between the two tongues. The thumbs are made. Panditji, if I may have no tongue, then use one tongue with another. It's okay. You wouldn't believe what people would ask after. When we have question and answers, Rahul, Panditji, if I don't have tongue, could I use my toes? I say, at least you're using something. It's okay. The thumbs are very special in Garud Puran to offer the Tilanjal between. So the Tilanjal should always be in the water with tulsi leaf, a little bit of milk and flowers. Do not add your black till with your food. The black till does not go in the food during the Pitra Paksh. The Pitras will not accept. You have to offer the black till only in the water, tarpan, not in the food, according to Garud Puran. No? So all these small things, when you leave here, I want you to write certain things. Bring a notebook. And when I'm just take a little note. Panditji, I'm recording, that's okay. Better yet, you have everything. And you can charge those of you them who would like a copy of that. Brothers and sisters, pitras are very, very important. Just as we give importance to the devas, we must also give importance to the pitras. And brothers and sisters, the best way to remember them is to sing their name and remember the Lord's name. Om, everybody, Om, Namo, Bhagavate, Vasudevaya. That mantra, my dear friends, is a magical mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Let us stop this. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo When you're offering your food and you don't know any mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. You're offering your water, what you must say? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Really? Yes. That mantra can go with anything. That's all you need to say it with love, my friends. Chant that mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Brothers and sisters, if a person is not evolved, and who is a person who is not evolved? They don't know God exists. You're talking about God, they only want to see young and restless. They can only talk about the material things. They have no consciousness that they have an Atma. That is a low energy. But they're still human beings. They're good people. But we are speaking about those who rape, those who cheat, those who steal, those who have no respect for humanity. Their Atma does not leave from the eyes or the ears or the nose or the mouth, you know. You know where it leaves? From the lower openings of the body. That is very painful. That is very, very painful. Bahut dard hai. Very, very painful. And we don't want to experience that when someone dies, my dear friends. When someone is dying, there are three things we must do according to the scriptures. One is to chant the name of the Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Secondly, Tulsi water that should be fed on the tongue of the individual. And thirdly, hold the hands of the person with kush grass and tulsi. That helps a lot. The pain from leaving this physical body. Brothers and sisters, when you die, or when someone dies, there is a transition from the body that comes out, the physical body. And it stands 6 feet above you. The soul observes its own body. And it cannot even believe, am I dead? It's very difficult for one to perceive, this is my body? Am I dead? So when you go to a funeral, the Atma, the Jivatma is 6 feet above the coffin. So next time you go to a funeral, hey, how are you? This is what happened, it floats. It floats. But it does not harm any. It's a very loving entity. The Atma is a loving entity. And you know, many people, we have something called fear. You know? F-E-A-R. False evidence appearing real. And you know, when there is a funeral, we scared. In Guyana, they say, Mina go. I'm not going. I'm scared. You know who you must be scared of? The living people. Not the dead people. The living ones. They're the ones who you have to be careful. And we have this fear. Oh, this Bhutraj? I'm not there. But where is your faith? When you're going to a funeral, you chant the Trayambakam mantra. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityor Mokshyamamritat. When you go to a funeral and you come, you touch a little bit of ghee and you just touch it on your head. It's chant the mantra. Panditji, I'm going to chant that throughout the whole day because I'm so scared of everybody. So many of us, we get scared. And you know what happened? What makes it worse? Aji tells us, there is a ghost in the house. And that ghost speaks. And we believe this. And we say we are not going back to that house. I'll tell you a real story what happened once in the West. 3 aunties went to a funeral. It was very cold in that place. The funeral took place. And the 3 aunties waiting with their bags to go back home. So the owner of the home came and said, hey, I thought that you were staying until the Bandara. Why it is that you are leaving? They said, no, we must leave right away. We got our tickets already. Why? There's voice in the room. There's a voice, but the person who lived there said, well, let's go in and see what is this voice trying to say. When they went in, my dear friends, you know what they were hearing? You know, there's a movie called, it was a little toy called, you know, Infinity and Beyond, that Toy Story. That toy had a battery and it used to come on. So aunties, Poo and Aji, they hear Infinity and Beyond. So they thought the dead person is talking. My dear friends, if dead people had to talk, they will tell you a lot of things. They will tell you what they never told you before. They will tell you, you know, in locally we say we give you our mind. They will tell you a lot. Unfortunately, they don't say anything, friends. Brothers and sisters, the Atma leaves. It's the size of a tongue, and it looks at everybody. It hears without air. It tastes without a tongue. It sees without eyes. It touches without a hand. The 5 senses become heightened, and they can hear your thoughts because it exists in a high frequency. Anything, right, is in a high frequency. Your spirituality, You can touch someone and help them. You can look at someone and heal them. With high frequency energy, if you are a true devotee of the Lord, your voice can heal a person. Your meeting of that person can elevate such an individual. That's the reason why it is always nice to meet gurus who can really transform you. By the high frequency and energy, it can really, really help you a lot. Friends, the Atma stays on earth for how many days? Anybody? How many days? 12 days. Itaklaya, how many? 30 days. 13 days. Right. See, this fellow also knows. You play for a lot of gurus. 13 days. Why? Because the Atma remains on earth for 13 days before it leaves the physical world. So do you want to hear more knowledge of this? Yes. Well, my dear friends, if you want to hear more, you know what you must do, right? We have to see you tomorrow, right? But today, my dear friends, Muhammad Rafi sang this beautiful timeless selection that says, O person, O man, the bread is timeless. We are here today, but gone tomorrow like the stars. We may not always be here, friends. While you're here on earth, smile. When you smile, it carries you a while, and the face will never look like a crocodile. Jai Shri Ram. When you smile, you allow others to smile with you. When you smile, the world looks brighter. When you smile, it eases up all the tension, mansion of tension. My dear friends, a smile hit the hearts of a person who may be going through the worst day. Muhammad Rafi sang this beautiful selection, and he says, yeah, so beautifully, my dear friends, please enjoy the selection. चाहूंगा मैं तुझे साँझ सवेरे, फिर भी कभी अब नाम को तेरे आवाज मेरा दूंगा, आवाज मेरा दूंगा। चाहूंगा मैं तुझे साँझ सवेरे, फिर भी कभी अब नाम को तेरे आवाज मेरा दूंगा, आवाज मेरा दूंगा। देख मुझे सब है पता, सुनता है तू मन की सदा। देख मुझे सब है पता, सुनता है तू मन की सदा। विधवा ओ मेरे यार, तुझको बार बार मेरा दूजा, आवाज मेरा दूंगा। चाहूंगा मैं तुझे साँझ सवेरे, दर्द भी है तू, चैन भी तू, दर्स भी तू, नैन भी तू। दर्द भी है तू, चैन भी तू, दर्स भी तू, नैन भी तू। मितवा मेरे यार, Ram, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram, Jai Rama, Shri Ram, Sita Ram, Shri Ram, Sita Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram, Sita Ram, Shri Ram, Sita Ram. Oh, hey, Sita, Sita, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita, Sita, Sita Ram, Sita. Ram se mila de, ho Ram se mila de, Ram se mila de, ho Ram se mila de. Sita, 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 Ram se mila de, Sita, 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 Ram se mila de, Sita, 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 Ram se mila de. Can you sing again this verse? Shri Ram Jai, Jai. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Bolo Raja Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Friends, life, if it's not magic here on earth, you cannot have magic there. Basically what I'm saying, if you're not happy here, do not worry to look for happiness there. Because happiness is here and now, not tomorrow. Once a woman was asked, what is happiness? Were you ever happy? And you know what the lady said? She said, when I was young and I went to school, I thought I was happy. But what happy? I was never happy. So I wait to get a job and I think I will get happiness there. But I was not happy even though I got a job. So the person is asked, when are you going to be happy? So the auntie says, well, I'm going to be happy when I get married. What married? Shadi ho gaya. I thought marriage would bring happiness. It did not bring happiness. There was always quarrel and fights, Panditji. You will have that, but don't take it seriously. All husbands, when wifey is quarreling, just sing to her, Kabhi, kabhi, mere dil mein. Okay. So whenever the wife quarrels, husbands, do not quarrel. You sing for her and say, Hare Dulari, ye Shanti, ye Sundari hai, ye bahut mukhi. My dear friends always speak. So she thought that marriage will bring happiness. It didn't bring happiness. So when are you going to be happy, auntie? Well, I thought when I have children, I'll be happy. When I had children, I was never happy. So when are you going to be happy you have children? No, I'm waiting when I have grandchildren. I'm going to be happy. What happy? You never see them. They left. So what are you waiting for? When are you going to be happy? No, Panditji, I'm going to be happy when I get my pension. Old age. But Panditji, I realized that that pension brought tension. I was not happy. So when are you going to be happy? And then the person was dying. And they said, you know what? I always wait to be happy. And I was never happy. And that is our situation. We wait for happiness, Panditji. And we think happiness is tomorrow. But happiness is not in the destination. Happiness is in the journey. Always remember that. Brothers and sisters, I want to say one thing tonight that is the crux of tonight's discourse. And I want you to listen carefully. And anybody who comes to speak, remember this line. Many of us die before we are dead. While we are alive, we die. There is something in us gets destroyed when we do not be happy. And that is the cause of shock, when we become stressed and we take everything seriously. We die before we go in a coffin. And therefore, I'm appealing to everyone, do not die before you're dead. Don't die before you live, my dear friends. Live joyously. Why? There's one verse in Bhagavad Gita. And I want everyone at the end to remember the verse number. And those of you who remember the verse number, you're getting 2 free flowers from the altar.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. And that verse, everyone, do you know which chapter speaks on death in the Bhagavad Gita? Everybody? Chapter 2. So always get chapter 2 and read one verse. This is chapter 2, verse 23. Chapter 2, verse 23. And this is the most magnificent verse in Bhagavad. All are nice. But Bhagavad Gita, for those of you who listen carefully, how powerful you are, how your soul could ever die. How could you ever die before you leave this world? And some of us, we say, there's something die in us when my mother died or father died. My dear friends, our pitras do not want us to think like that. Our mother and father or brother or sisters, they want us to live happy. And when you are happy, they are going to be happy. Never ever say this word, something died in me when that person died. Then that pitra becomes very displeased. And this verse tells us how powerful we are. In Sanskrit, Bhagavan Krishna says, Arjuna, Hare Sunena, listen to the power of this entity that is within us. And so tonight, my dear friends, we sing this beautiful verse. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. Everyone together. Lord, everyone. Nainam Sindanti Shastrani, Nainam Kaiti Pavata, Nachainam Klidayanti, Apona Shushmanta, Shri Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna. Nenam Chindanti Shashtani, Nenam Eti Pavita, Nachainam Klidayanti, Apona Soshiti Marita. Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Virathenara Vasudeva, Virathenara Vasudeva, Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Krishna Murari, Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Krishna Murari, Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Krishna Murari, Govinda Govinda Krishna Murari, Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Krishna Murari, Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Krishna Murari, Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Krishna Murari, Govinda Govinda Krishna. Let us all come together. Govinda Govinda Krishna Murari, Govinda Govinda Krishna Murari, Govinda Govinda Bhakti Lal ki. Nainam Shindanti Shashrani. My last verse for this evening, friends. And I want you all to look at me. This is Sanskrit, the oldest language in the world, and we must be proud to be the keepers of the oldest language in the world, called Sanskrit. It's the language of the gods. It takes 12 years to master Sanskrit. 12 years, my dear friends. Nainam Chindanti Shastrani. You know what is Shastrani? Shastra means that the weapons cannot cut it. Do you see how powerful you are? You can cut the hand, but you can't cut the soul. Chindanti, not chinanti in Sandhi. Not chinanti, it cannot be destroyed. Nainam Hayati Pavaka. This cannot be burned. Pavaka means fire in Sanskrit. Na chainam kledu yanti. Kledu means it cannot be wet by water. Apo, water. Na shoshati maruta. It cannot dry. Shoshati maruta, eaten by wind. So you see how powerful you are? Not even the 5 elements can interfere with the real person inside here. Weapons cannot cut it. Fire cannot burn it. Water cannot wet it. Nor the wind cannot destroy it. The 5 elements cannot interfere with you. If you know the 5 elements cannot destroy you, then there is something in you that is timeless, that is priceless, that is indestructible, that is attributeless, that is indestructible. That's the word. It is indestructible. So you see that seer who is watching me today, with my hairstyle and with kurta, the real seer behind your eyes is not the eyes. Because if you get blind, you can still see from the within, like all these great singers, no? If one of the legs are cut, you can still have feelings as if it's there. So the body is just a shell, but the real you is the Atma Chaitanya, the experiencer among all the experiences. Do you see how powerful you are, friends? You are extremely powerful. And when you see people rising from the ground and creating fire, I know many of my gurus, they would click their hands and light the fire. Have you ever seen that? Do you want to see it? Not tonight. There's great masters, they can rise because they know the body is not doing it. It is the Atma Chaitanya. And that's the reason when people come to me and say, Panditji, I cannot quit smoking. I cannot quit drinking. I cannot quit becoming a vegetarian. I cannot quit my bad habits. That is not right, because you're better than that. You're stronger than that. Just remember tonight, you can make it. You can do it. Nothing is impossible. The word is, I am possible. It spells the same word. I am possible. I am possible. You're not impossible. Anything, you can make it happen. And that's my motto in life. When I was a little boy, was younger, I mean I'm still young, you know, not as before.
Jai Shri Ram.
Yes, I like you.
I like you too much.
I had a problem with my speech. I had a lot of speech defect. And a lot of people used to laugh at me, and my friends, a lot of families, what have you. But that didn't stop me. Because once I read, I went to a Christian school, as many of us we did, and that's okay. I read, and probably that saved me. That school saved me. You know what it said? In belief of the Lord, anything is possible. And I remember that, Ramji. I remember that, and I said, if the mind can perceive it, the hands can achieve it. And so I started practicing. And today those same people, they say, that's my family, that's my brother. All of a sudden they know me very well. So when people come to me and they say, those people ill speak you terribly, I said, no, they made me who I am today. Your problems make you, they never break you. Bhagavan will never give you so much that you can't take, friends. He will only give you what you can take. That's the message this evening. And if you want to know about the Atma and soul's journey, remember one thing. Do not die before you leave this body. 1. And 2, anything is possible with the nature of this Chaitanya, this Atma Shakti. And so, practice, belief. And I used to speak to my puppy, my dog. His name was Bahadur. He was vegetarian. But I used to speak to him constantly. And because of that. So don't ever think anybody tonight, your setback makes you a terrible person. We all are beautiful here. We all are very beautiful soul. That's the reason why your Atma is the most beautiful thing. If I ask you, tell me the most beautiful experience, your answer should be, my real beauty of experience is the experience of my soul when I meditate. And those of you who meditate, friends, you really have a beautiful, really beautiful experience in your life. So, brothers and sisters, in your life, make everyone happy. For happiness is the way to go. Again, here, brothers and sisters, in the Ramayana, it tells us. Ram, 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 Sita, Ram, 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 Sita, Ram, 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 Bhajan, Ram, Ram, Ram. Everyone together. Ram, 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 Sita, Ram, Ram, Ram. चंद्र भगवान की तजी माया सिया परुहुलोका मित ही सकल भुव हे भव शोका देह धर कर ये फलु भानी वे राम सब काम बिहारी श्री राम जय रामा जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम तज माया सिया परलोका. In searching for everlasting happiness, Tulsidas ji says, one must turn away from things that satisfy the senses only, because that is an illusion. He says, mitahi sakala bhuva sambhava shoka. The things that give you happiness today, guess what? Tomorrow, it may bring on happiness. Do you know who become our worst enemy? That person who is to be our best friend. So friends, don't get carried away with people who praise you, and don't get carried away with people who displease you. Just be neutral. Here, Bhagavan says, Tulsidas ji says, so connect with your Atma, and every birth will be taken care of. My dear friends, here, Bharija Ram Sab Kama Bihari, allow all your desires to be with Him. If possible, every moment think of the Lord. Worship Sri Ram. Worship Him now and forever. And you will see your life is going to be a most divine, miraculous journey. Tomorrow night, we will speak on karma yoga and how karma can help your soul. You know, we talk about giving dawn and doing this before we die. All these things are good, but to me, having good deeds, good karma is the most important thing. Because we know, Aisa bharni, Vaisa karni. What you do is what you're going to get. You can't plant mango today and expect watermelon tomorrow. No. When you're a devotee of the Lord, reasoning comes naturally and you don't fight with anybody. There's a beautiful story, friends. There was this man who never believed in God. God, you are a waste of time. You know, there's some people, you talking about Hinduism and they will insult you. There's some people out there like that. So this man always insulted God. God, you're not smart. How could you put a small mango in a big tree? And how could you put a big watermelon in a small little vine there? Crazy. Ye pagal kya hai? He's talking to God. So while he was while he's under the tree, the mango fell. Damaged his nose. So his wife, who was a little smarter, told him, you see, you're saying God is a terrible God. What about if that big watermelon was in that big tree? What would have happened to your face? Then we'll have to do a whole surgery and I will not be able to look at you for the next several months, which would be a good thing. My dear friends, never blame anything or anyone for any situation. Tomorrow you get fired. Kya kare? Bhagwan is going to provide. Something is getting delayed. Your marriage, your job, your school, your university. Probably the Lord wants something better for you. How many of us went to universities here for something and we end up doing something else? Look like Rahul, watch. Right? But something happens and it opens our eyes to be and to get that real calling. And sometimes we study this. We spend many years practicing certain things. And today, look at where you are. You're in a different profession. I wanted to be a pilot. The Lord said, you want to be. But be a spiritual one. Because today too many plane crash. I never see people pray in Emirates like that. I sat with a fellow, he prayed for the whole plane. He had me praying too. These days, you know. My dear friends, my point is the Lord knows where you are, what you need to do. The Lord knows what you're calling. Sometimes we may want this, but guess what? That is not meant for you. Something better is meant for you. Because every setback is a better comeback in your life. Never blame God for anything. Because He knows why you're here. What is your calling? He knows exactly that's not your line. Your karma is in this line. And anything you do for Sanatan Dharma is the real calling. Try to get our youths together and build something special here in South Africa. Get all the mandirs together, Ramji. Let us do something extraordinary. And this is what the Hindu Renaissance is about. To Jagrati, Utishta, Varan Prapta Nibhodata, to get up and not to sit down for the Hindu cause, my dear friends. Here in South Africa, Durban, my dear friends, let us awake in this journey of Sanatan Dharma. Please support the cause of the Hindu Renaissance to wake up so that your children will wake up as well and will be able to pursue this field of this Shakti called Sanatan Dharma, this eternal divine tradition that our forefathers left for us. And if our forefathers want to be happy tonight, we need to fulfill the expectations, what they wanted. And they are very happy tonight because we all wear our sari. We all have the roti, kapra or makan. We all following the tradition. But the best tradition they want us to follow is the tradition to be a good Hindu. And who is a good Hindu? One who is a truthful person. Who is a good Hindu? One who is going to support another Hindu. Who is a good Hindu? Who will support a Muslim brother and a Christian brother. Who is a good Hindu? Who will seek God in all. Who is a good Hindu? Who will support the poor. Who is a good Hindu? Who believe in oneness and kindness of humanity. Who will feed the poor. Who does not discriminate between black, Muslims, Christian or Hindu. Swami says, see me in all. Sarva bhutera terataha in Bhagavad Gita. If you can change that perspective, my dear friends, support yours, but condemn none. There's one Father, one God. And so, my dear friends, tomorrow night we will speak on Karma Yoga and more about the Pitras. So, I'm very, very happy to be here, everyone. And my Guru always tell me, always finish before others ask you to finish. And I know it's not here, every sweat, every pasina you have may bathe you with the divine grace of Prabhu. Suraj kabadur gagan se, and then I'll hand over to Rahul ji, Didi. And thank you everyone so much. Before I hand over to Rahul ji, I'd like to sing this special bhajan for Bhaiya ji, for this mandir and the committee who opened their arms to have us here tonight. To all of our viewers on Facebook, you can tell us where you're viewing from, and I hope someday you'll be able to come with me in this beautiful land of South Africa. And I will tell you something. Everybody asks me, what is in really South Africa that attracts you? I say it's the love of the devotees here, brothers and sisters. And brothers and sisters, to our viewers, it is the only place out of Trinidad and Guyana you can get dal puri in South Africa. There. And the curry, if you think back in Trinidad and Guyana, there's good curry, you better come to Durban. The curry is really awesome. When you eat some curry, you'll never say nahi. And you'll never be in a hurry. And you'll always want to get married, but to the same person. Beautiful Durban, my dear friends. Appreciate what you have. It's a beautiful place. Please enjoy this selection. सूरज कब दूर गगन से, चंदा कब दूर किरण से, खुशबू कब दूर पवन से, कब दूर बहार चमन से, ये बंधन तो प्यार का बंधन है, जिनका संगम है। सूरज कब दूर गगन से, चंदा कब दूर किरण से, खुशबू कब दूर पवन से, कब दूर बहार चमन से, ये बंधन प्यार का बंधन है, जिनका संगम है। तुम्हीं मेरे जीवन देख देख झूलूंगी, तुम्हीं मेरे जीवन देख देख झूलूंगी, मैं तो तुम्हारे खातिर दुनिया देखती हूँ। तेरे पावन चरणों को आकाश झुका देंगे हम, तेरे राहों में जो छोड़े तो खुद को बिछा देंगे हम। ये बंधन तो प्यार का बंधन है, जिनका संगम है। ये बंधन तो प्यार का बंधन है। Now, together everyone. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Together. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. ममता के मंदिर की है तू सबसे प्यारी मूरत। ममता के मंदिर की है तू सबसे प्यारी मूरत। भगवान जरा जब देखी तेरी सूरत, जब जब दुनिया में तेरा ही आंचल पाए, जब गलती दीवारों पर हम प्यार अपना लिख जाए। बंधन को प्यार का बंधन है, जब तुम्हारा संगम है। बंधन को प्यार का बंधन है, जब तुम्हारा संगम है। संगम है, संगम है। सीताराम 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 सीताराम। अयोध्या में जनहितकारी चलो रे संग दर्शन के प्यास। अयोध्या में जनहितकारी चलो रे संग दर्शन के प्यास। और दर्शन के प्यासी, दर्शन के प्यासी, दर्शन के प्यास। Now, any dancers? Let us dance to Sri Ram. How many of you want to dance for the Lord tonight? Stand up. Let us stand, my dear friend. Say ho! Ayodhya mein janhitakari chande saki darshan ke pyas. Ayodhya mein janhitakari chande saki darshan ke pyas. Hari darshan ke pyasi, darshan ke pyasi, darshan ke pyasi, darshan. Say ho! Ayodhya mein, hey hey, Ayodhya mein. जनहितकारी चलो रे सखी दर्शन के प्यासी। दर्शन के प्यासी, 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 दर्शन के। जय हो बोलो जरा मिछंदी की जय श्री। Dear friends, thank you so much. It was indeed such a pleasure. I don't know something about, these mandirs, they have certain energy, but your love really is something else. I'd like to thank all of you for inviting us. Again, to all our sponsors, you know who you are. Thank you, dearly. Without you, I couldn't be here. To all musicians, please give them a round of applause. And to our MCs, please give them a round of applause.
Pandit Munelal ki Jai! Jai Shri Ram. Thank you, Pandit Ji. I just want to let you all know. And if you felt it, but ESCOM should plug into the Ram Mandir. You guys have so much of power. Give yourselves a Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Wow. The reason I'm standing in front of you all is twofold. One is I'm part of this wonderful Sunrise family for many, many years. And I've had the love of this family for many, many years. What Panditji said is to give, don't judge, don't care, feed, look after, take care. This is the company we keep. And I'm very blessed to say that I've met Panditji This kid, I sat there the whole time. I walked out 3 times. Hey, थोड़ा pain है ना? Pundit ji, I didn't stop listening. थोड़ा इधर हट गए, सुन लिए, उधर सुन लिए, सब कुछ सुन लिए. To all those people from abroad, I just want to change my accent for you. It's fabulous, darling. Fabulous. So just to you, I just want to say I picked on this beautiful child. He sat in awe. There's one thing he said. Pundit ji said, what is when you spoke about
Voters for your attendance tonight and for making tonight's satsang possible. Tonight we extend our heartfelt thanks to Pandit Munelal Maharaj, who has travelled from far and wide to share his divine gift with us.
Jai Shri Ram.
We thank you for gracing us with your presence tonight. We also extend a warm thanks to his accompanying group, his MCs Rahul and Sirisha, and his musicians Diresh, Divesh and Chanson. Tonight I was asked to speak about our mandir. The Shri Ram Mandir was opened in June 1993. Our spiritual heads are Pandit Rajan Pandey and Pandit Raj Maharaj. The mandir is run by the Harinagar Hindu Dharma Trust, and we have function coordinators who assist with planning the functions and festivities. Our vision is to propagate Hindu religious and cultural programs with